Hey there YouTube, it's Hex again. Welcome back to another video. Long time no see. Um, Today has been a spiritual maintenance day, so I've not been on here for a while. I've kind of just, life really took hold as you guys saw in some previous videos. And things have been kind of a wild ride, but I wanted to show you something that we've been doing that really makes a difference when you're struggling, especially financially. Um, for those of you that are having those kinds of concerns, we're doing okay. We just like to maintain. We're a little off track, but nothing like super crazy serious. But I wanted to share with you what we do currently on our money altar. So as you guys can see here, I just finished kind of wiping down and kind of cleansing. Don't mind the mess I just made here. That's from the Rose of Jericho you guys see there. Um, we just kind of finished cleansing and resetting. This piece here, I actually got at a thrift store. It's got some ivy on it. And we pile up extra change and crystals, things we find that to us are representational of money, or that actually have the energies behind it that we try to utilize. And we actually place a candle right in the center of that. We use the 7-day green jar candles that we fix and utilize those. So that's going to go up this afternoon. But I'm kind of just resetting the energies of the altar, getting it cleaned and all of that good stuff. I have some charcoal going here. It's getting nice and hot in my incense burner to offer some incense and cleanse the area. But the reason I'm kind of jumping on right now to show you guys is that we're utilizing Rose of Jericho. And you guys have not seen this really before. We used to keep it in another space in the house, and now we're keeping it at this bottom tier of the money altar. And Rose of Jericho is known as the resurrection plant, for those of you who aren't familiar with it. It's used in a lot of different traditions. Traditional hoodoo has kind of adapted it. I know some African traditions have utilized it. There's been many traditions, Native American, South American traditions, even some different island traditions have utilized the Rose of Jericho. It's actually native to certain areas of the world, but obviously that has changed in modern years. As you can see, we have a Rose of Jericho here that is completely dry, and a bowl of water. I actually get all of our bowls for this kind of stuff at the thrift store for like $1. Bring them home, wash them, cleanse them, all of that good stuff. I actually also keep a goblet of clear, cool water on the altar as well that we maintenance. And the reason being is, in traditional hoodoo or conjure, as you may have heard it called, spirit moves through water. Life was created with water. So if we're bringing life to the work that we're doing, spirit needs almost sometimes a little assistance manifesting in our physical plane to assist us. So water does that. Water is also an offering. For those of you who don't know, not only was I kind of raised through like some hoodoo traditional stuff, but I also am a practicing witch. So that kind of, I like to keep representations of the elements on our altar as well, and provide thanks to not only our ancestral lines and the spirits that we work with, but also the spirits of nature and elements in spirit. So that's why that is there for those of you that were kind of like, what is that? But back to the Rose of Jericho. Now, the Rose of Jericho is such a beautiful plant of manifestation. And the reason I say that, I'm going to get on my knees here and kind of just share with you guys a little bit about it. If you can see, the plant is pretty much dead. Like, if you were to see this in your yard, you would think it's a tumbleweed and you would probably throw it out. But what happens with the Rose of Jericho is actually when you place it in a bowl of water, it resurrects and it comes back to life. And over the course of a couple of days, to a few hours to a couple of days, it soaks up the life from that water and it starts to open itself up and bloom and turn into this beautiful green plant. I've even seen some that flower. Not when I say flower, I don't mean like actual blooms of anything, but they can almost have these little like nodes on them that open up as well. I'm not sure if it's a different species of this particular plant. I don't really know, but I have seen that before in a botanica local to my area. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to share with you guys that that's something that you can absolutely do. Someone that has talked quite a bit about this, if you guys are on Instagram, is Jessica Winston. She's also known as House of Hoodoo, Haus of Hoodoo, Hoodoo. Jessica is a member of the, I believe, Mamiwata tribe of voodoo from Africa. She's Haitian or Dominican. I'm sorry, guys, if I butcher that. I can't remember exactly, but she has a lot of great information as well on this. You guys will be seeing more from us on this kind of stuff that we're doing as we continue to utilize it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys and show you what you're doing. And the reason that I'm so excited to be able to share this part with you, because the last few times we've reset the altar, I wanted to, and we just, I guess, forgot to record or wasn't really thinking about it because, you know, we're moving through our daily life and this is like a habit. So it's second nature to us to just do these things on a regular basis because it's how we live our life. So a few things that you can do with Rose of Jericho. If you're not utilizing the live plant like we're doing on our money altar, the reason we utilize the live plant on the money altar is as it opens up and creates life, it is resurrecting the financial state. It's protecting the financial state. It's known for money. It's really hard to kill this plant. You really almost can't kill this plant unless you're using something chemical on it, I would assume. So it makes it a form of protection and almost empowerment for your money work that you're doing. Something that I have seen before, and I personally know someone who utilized this when I was a child, and I never really understood it until obviously I learned more. But they would, as they changed the water, utilize the water to cleanse the money altar because that water has properties. You can actually bottle it and store it if you really wanted to. Obviously, water can grow mold and stuff, so you want to be careful with that, but that is an option. You can crush up the Rose of Jericho. We have a bottle, oh, it's not up here. I have it up in my cabinet, but we have a small Rose of Jericho that we have crushed up, and that's an ingredient in one of our items in the shop. That has to do with money. You can keep them all over the place. I know just from seeing her on Instagram, Jessica at House of Hoodoo, she has Rose of Jericho everywhere. She really utilizes them in her practice. I would say more so than Chris or myself do. She really loves them, and she has a long-standing history with them. And I think it's just they work really well for her, which is fantastic. And it's relatable to her because of her background in voodoo and hoodoo and her practice that she utilizes all of this stuff in. So, but I wanted to talk about how accessible they are. In most cases nowadays, you can find them in botanicas. We're trying really hard, you guys, to source them to carry full time in the shop. We can have access to them without. The issue is obviously the reason we opened our shop is we wanted our prices to be accessible and not extortionate like some of the other brands out there, because unfortunately a lot of the metaphysical brands out there, they are charging a lot of money for what you're getting, and we don't want that to be the case. We want it to be accessible to all price ranges. So we're working really hard to just bring some more stuff to the shop. You guys haven't seen much of us on Instagram. We've just been working behind the scenes. Yes, we're still taking clients. Yes, we're still fulfilling orders. You can shop at any time at themysteriousspirit.com. But yeah, so how do you utilize the Rose of Jericho when you put it on your altar? What do you do? Well, first of all, you want to pray over your water. It's something that I like to do. I don't know how accurate this is to other people's practice. That doesn't really matter to me. Obviously, you're going to do what feels right with you and what makes sense to you and the spirits that you work with. So I like to just take it. As you guys can see at the bottom there, there's some rootage. That needs to go into the water. And it's like a ball. It's a big ball of like weeds, basically. So we're going to set that Rose of Jericho into the water. And I like to ask for all of my ancestors, angels, guardians, guides, the spirits of earth, air, fire, and water to be present in this work. That as this plant blooms and brings resurrection, that it protects our financial state and revitalizes our financial state. It protects our money, it protects our health, it protects our wealth, and brings us success and prosperity in all that we do. Blessed be. And that's it. And you just kind of let the plant do what it's going to do. Obviously, maintenance it. It is known that sometimes these plants can grow mold. It's sitting in water, you guys. Anything sitting in water is going to get moldy. Bacteria and mold need moisture to grow. If that happens, don't worry. Take the plant out for a few days, let it dry out. It'll curl up again. Clean it off, get all the mold off of it, and you can reuse it, or you can toss it. It just depends on how you feel. I only reuse them a couple times if that happens, and then I get rid of it. But yeah, so that is the Rose of Jericho. And then what I like to do as I'm doing that, and I'm kind of just letting this do its work. I'm going to turn it just a little bit. Sorry, guys. Came off camera there. This is a kind of weird shaped one, so I like to just put it in the water there, let it do its thing. Then what we have here is some uncrossing incense and our money drawing incense, our shower of gold. These stay on the altar. We keep all of our incense and stuff down under here. I keep a little pair of tongs. Now we want to cleanse the altar, cleanse the space, uncross our money. So I'm going to take a pinch of the uncrossing incense and pop it down onto the charcoal. And I move the smoke over the area. And I ask that the powers of fire and air, the powers of transformation, uncross our financial state, uncross our wealth and our health, protect us from any and all negative influence, overspending, allow us to have all of our bills paid on time and in full, and so we may no longer have incredible debt. Blessed be. Yeah, so I just kind of let that do its work. Our uncrossing incense are also blessed previously, so you don't have to do a whole lot to them in a sense. Obviously your prayers are going to make a huge difference. And we just let that burn and fill the area with the smoke. The uncrossing incense, it's a very specific blend of herbs and oils and powders that go together, and as they're burning and releasing the aromas and the smoke are cleansing and revitalizing the energies and kind of disconnecting any negative influence that something may have over whatever it is that you're working on. So I do that, and now that that's almost burned down, then what I like to do is take a good pinch of our shower of gold. Shower of gold is probably one of the favorite formulas that I have in my shop. It's something that we utilize regularly. Every Thursday we dress and bless a new candle, place that up, so it's utilized relatively often. We ask that the spirits that help us, the spirits of earth, air, fire, and water, the spirits of gain and prosperity, of integrity and power, be with us now. We ask that you allow us prosperity, money, success, wealth, and drive to make these things happen in our life. Blessed be. Basically, we just burn the shower of gold. I like to, again, sweep the smoke over the whole area. You don't have to do that, you guys. That's just what I do. That's how I practice. And I like to cap these back and put them back. And that's pretty much our altar set. We kind of offer that is an offering. We do have a little shell over there that we place offerings in as well. On most days on my day-to-day life, and we do it twice a day, we offer incense to the spirits. We refresh the water. If there's this particular spirit that we're working with, we'll obviously maybe leave candy or money or whatever the case, you know how to offer to your spirits, I would assume, since you work with them. This is just how we work. Yeah, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, please let us know. Chris and I may share with you how we dress our money candles. Obviously, Chris and I use bodily fluids, so we aren't sure how comfortable we are sharing that with you guys, just because of YouTube and how all that goes. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Join us on Instagram. Go through some of our pictures. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out to us. But we're here. We're alive. We're doing well. Things are just busy. You know, sometimes life takes hold and it can take a long time. I will have some updates for you guys personally. For those of you that are friends with me personally on my personal Facebook page, you may have a Facebook Live or a video coming of me talking about some personal stuff going on. So I want to share that with you guys. Yeah, but with that being said, we will talk to all of you soon. Actually, sorry guys, I just turned and saw that this is the reason I prefer loose incense on this particular altar. We want to fill the space with that energy, right? So if I turn you towards our window here, do you guys see that? That is all incense smoke just floating in our space. So we wanted to share that with you. And if you guys have any questions about Rose of Jericho or anything of that sort, please reach out to us. We're here as a resource. I know we've kind of been MIA for a little bit, but we're trying really hard to come back regularly, you guys. There's some stuff that I'm going to be doing personally that I want to share with you as well, and that way we have more content for you. If you guys have ideas for content you'd like to see, please reach out to us. Shoot us a message, leave us a comment, hit us up on Instagram at The Mysterious Spirit. Let us know. We are kind of out of ideas for some content because we kind of have a routine with our spirituality unless something changes and we need to make a change. And we haven't had to do a lot of like intense work, just more maintenancing. So yeah, we will talk to all of you soon. Blessed be.